Okay, so let's start. And I just want to tell everyone a little bit about you and what your company is, what you do, all of that good stuff.
Sure. So I'll start off by telling everybody how I actually know who you are. Pretty unique in the fact that Micky and I are close friends, but we're also in the same space. And you're probably the only one that's my close friend and in the same space where I get to see you on all my design pods and a lot of different areas in the design world. So before I talk about TOV Furniture and what we do, when my family and I moved down to Miami about a year and a half ago, and everyone, all my girlfriends that knew I was moving down said, well, you've got to meet this one girl. She's so your vibe. Her name's Micky. Like, not the Micky Klein, seeing on all my like acclaimed designer pods, all your insane design rooms and your Instagram posts are crazy. When I actually came down and met you, I also really loved you.
Well, I love you too.
Your friends are such a talented person. Work-wise, you're really awesome. So that's one. But in short, I am the co-founder of a company called TOV Furniture. We are a female-focused, female-run, I would say, in many ways. I do it alongside my husband, Bruce, who we founded the company together just out of a sheer need for furniture that was very, very pretty at a very affordable price. And we are, we work really hard. We have an amazing staff of awesome people. We're 70% female, actually.
Wow.
That males are very proud to be in a female company. I very often ask them how you feel about it. A lot of our workers in our warehouse are actually female, and they are strong and awesome. And men that are that we are lucky to have in our company are super proud. So just to be part of such an amazing company that is doing things very, very differently in the industry, which is typically very male-oriented, male-focused, and we're having a lot of fun. We are, we're doing our thing. It's been a little nuts in the last 2 years just with everything going on with COVID, but we're plowing through.
Okay, so what is it that your company does? Is it just furniture? Is it accessories? What is your market? Let's go a little bit into that.
Sure. So it's interesting. When we first started the company, I would say our focus was mainly on upholstery. We started with sofas, chairs, accent chairs, dining chairs, anything that had any sort of foam and upholstered. As the company grew, we went into my favorite, which is case goods. Case goods, when you hear anyone in the design world saying the words case goods, that means, because I get asked, what the hell is this word? Is anything that is hard, like a table, console, a nightstand, anything that has
dresser, right?
This, although it's getting a little bit meshed now that case goods can be velvet, they could also be upholstered. Yeah. Like the Rin nightstand would still be considered case goods, even though you can't really do this to it.
Right.
Now that the company is, we're kind of shifting directions in the fact that we're doing a lot of accessories now. We're doing lots of mirrors. We're getting into lighting, which is super exciting and fun. Anything that really you could use in your home, TOV is in the process of making. We're really trying, just because we really want to be a complete home solution. So now we're really doing a lot of different things, and it's a lot of fun.
What about stuff for like offices, that kind of thing? Do you have a line for that?
So one of the main questions we get when someone comes into our showroom, it's in the corporate space like yourself, is, are you guys commercial? Do you do anything commercial? I really don't want to spend a lot of my project. Let's say they're over an office or they're doing a lobby over. What do you guys have for us? So we have a small selection, I would say, of things for office and for commercial projects, but I'm always very upfront that the products are, while they're commercial grade means that it needs to go through a series of steps and tests in order to have that level of commercial grade material acceptance. we're still velvet, and we're still that very pretty fabric over anything else. So while the product is very durable, I still like to say that we're mainly residential. But we do have something for everyone. We try. So we do have a couple pieces, especially our case goods that do very well in commercial settings. We have a couple really cool little hotels in Palm Springs that have our product, and it looks really great there, but we're really mainly residential.
Okay. Tell me a little bit about, is there anything else that you do on the side? Any organizations that you're part of? Anything like that that you donate your time and energy to on a regular basis?
Sure. So I don't have a lot of extra time. I wish I, but I would say that the one organization that I really absolutely love and think is just incredible, and now we're so lucky because Micky has joined the Florida chapter,
which I'm really excited about. Like, I'm really, really excited about this.
It is so special that we have you. Is a JWE. So the JWE is a Jewish women's entrepreneurial group. And really, I would say that they do so many things. This organization is really not just, a one-trick pony. There are so many things that this incredible organization, it was started by a woman, Chaya Fishman, and she is a powerhouse who is so insanely busy herself. She's a very successful lawyer. She has 3 amazing kids. She started this organization to help fellow Jewish women who own businesses or want to own businesses or want to start or even understand if they want to own businesses, and really help guide, direct in the good times and the bad. I've gotten so many contacts, learned so many things, gotten so many tools just from fellow women who are part of the organization. One of my main business mentors, actually, I met through the JWE, and it's a really amazing organization. And the Florida chapter, which is such a dream for so many people, is launching just in a couple of weeks. It's just going to be great, and we have so many attendees already. But it's a very special organization, and I really believe it's just going to continue growing because there's such a need for it. So,
right,
I'm very, very proud, happy to be a part.
Are you seeing everyone's comments? Because they are loving your furniture. They just keep complimenting things. Can you see it?
Thank you. I do see it.
Yeah. So you're getting a lot of compliments.
Thank you. We love our customers just as much as they love us. We always, literally the best customers in the whole world. Like, the greatest people buy TOV Furniture. So I feel the same.
Yeah.
Aw, that's so sweet.
I just want to say, sorry if you can hear me or not, I just switched my AirPod. I just want to say thank you for your time today and for allowing my followers and also yours to get to know you a little more and meet us and see what we're up to these days. And I'm so excited to be on this JWE chapter with you. And I don't know, this was really great. Thank you so much, Chaya.
Of course, Micky. Micky, can I ask you some questions? Am I allowed?
Sure. Yes, please.
Curious. I was like, I'm going to take this time to ask you some questions. But how are you, just because, being in a space I am in where we are manufacturers, so obviously we are seeing things, the whole situation going on with the shipping crazy debacle, being very disruptive. I actually reached out to somebody, a clothing company, who yesterday was extremely frustrated, and she was on her story saying her customers are begging for all the clothes for their children for Passover, and she's like, I just don't have it. It's stuck on the water. This is a huge problem for her, just because a big part of her business is Passover wear for children. Who, myself, I always buy my kids a couple of beautiful things to celebrate the holiday, and I only do that twice a year, and one of the times is Passover.
Right.
She says she just can't. Like, it's super crazy. How are you seeing from a designer, standpoint, with all of the delays? Where are you seeing, the crazy happening? And I'm sure you're seeing some real disruption.
Yeah, so I'm seeing a lot of craziness in the way that we will design according to lead times, which is a lot of extra work, because we'll go and we'll find a spec and we'll look at the lead time and it will say, a month away, and we're like, oh great, okay, a month. By the time they're ready for it, that's fine. And then when they go to place the order, all of a sudden, oh, we're sorry, it's 4-month lead time, and it will change. So we have to go back and we have to pick a new spec or try to find it elsewhere or redesign. And it's a lot of back and forth. So what we've been doing with any residential project that we're doing right now currently is we will have them rent furniture if it is an emergency that they can't keep it empty until their specs actually come in. Or we will go to local places, literally in the state or the city that the project is in, and we'll say, can we find something that just somehow goes with the design if the client's not willing to wait? We really try to design around lead times, but things keep changing and it's really hard. It's actually really hard. A lot of things are custom.
Oh
like
yeah.
we'll try to find someone to custom make instead of buying a console table or a buffet or any kind of cabinetry, desks, anything like that. We'll try to find someone to make it that's local if the lead times are going to be crazy and if they need it beforehand. So
are you seeing that people are being more patient and with understanding what's going on?
Yes, they are, because that's just the new reality and they don't really have a choice. But the problem is then after the lead time changes once or twice, then the frustration kicks in and there's really nothing that anyone can do for them. And it's hard for me as the designer to watch my clients struggle with it because it's out of everyone's hands. No one's in control.
Agreed. I think it's just so crazy, and I'm interested in how it's affecting the design world. I know we hear from a lot of the designers that use TOV that it's very frustrating for them because they are the ones that are fielding the customers.
Well, I'm curious what other furniture companies are doing. It can't just be your company that's struggling with this issue.
Yeah. So we just went to the TPM conference. Those of you that saw me on my story in a very professional form knew I was there, and there were lots and lots of furniture companies there. So they're very, very much as worried, as frustrated as we are. They were there just trying to secure contracts, trying to, get things going. But the beauty of things is that there really are solutions that are we're really starting to see in real time. We just got 60 containers shipped out, which felt like Christmas, guys.
Wow.
And
that's insane.
And that's just because of the attendance at the conference. So I do feel like there are definitely things moving. There's things happening, but it's tough.
Right. It's really out of everyone's hands.
They're doing what we're doing. They're waiting. They're trying. They're fighting for their customer, fighting for their furniture, and hopefully things will start easing up. I really think that they will very, very soon.
I hope so, because this is just pathetic. To say it nicely.
Agreed. Yeah. But you know what? If you get through this time, and I feel like you can get through it creatively and in one piece, I feel like you can get through anything because this is really a whammy. So
right.
At least that.
Yes, at least that. And everyone's really in the same boat. So it's not like
literally
anyone. Literally, no pun intended. Yeah. So okay. Is there anything else that you want to ask me before we get off?
I just wanted to ask you also, just because I'm so curious on trends. TOV is super trendy, and we're always wondering what the latest and greatest is. Are there any new trends that you're seeing in the last few months that you feel like are super, super cool and worthwhile and people should start recognizing in terms of, I would say, furniture and with just design in general?
So with furniture, I mean, we're seeing, the trends. TOV is always like 20 steps ahead of, at least in my eyes, you guys are always ahead of the game when it comes to trends. But I want to say that durability is the biggest thing, because I'm finding that a lot of furniture companies, while they're on trend, their stuff's not durable. It's just not. So if people are going to wait for their products, and if it's going to be trendy, it has to also last, because they also know they're not getting products anytime soon that are going to come in faster. So I would say just be wary of the materials that are being used, the frames, that kind of thing. The sustainability of each product that is being sold needs to make sure, like, it needs to ensure durability. That would be what I would say.
That makes sense.
And then, something that's a little more classic. Well, I think trends are great because of the crisis with the furniture and how long it takes to get everything these days. The more classic, I would say a trend with a classic edge. That way it can carry through the times. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I feel like that's so true. We even have a line, and TOV was never focused on classics. Like, I'm straight up about that. Me and classics don't go, but we do have a line that we're debuting this market called TOV Classics, and it's really, really classical furniture that we expect just to last for a really long time. So I'm excited about that, and weirdly, we're getting a lot of interest. I was like, man, obviously they don't want the classics, but
no, classics are trendy now. I think it's also that COVID, like this whole entire thing, played a big role in that, where people have to say, what's going to last me, because it's just so unknown. So that's really what we're seeing. Anything too trendy is a bit of a problem, but I think trend is good if there's a classic element to it. It used to be it's classic with an element of trend. Now I think it's the reverse.
I totally agree. And I'm seeing that even in our collection that we're launching. We have a really exciting collection launching this market in April, a really meaningful, amazing collection called the Voice Collection. And it's going to be just awesome. And I feel like a lot of the pieces that are part of the collection are classics with a really cool twist to them. And I like that. We're going in that direction in this collection, and people can buy a beautiful buffet and, just enjoy that it's going to be there for a while, and they could dress it cool flowers or cool accessories. So I think that's so totally true. And I like that that's happening in many ways too. So agreed. Cool.
But yeah, well, Chaya, thank you for your time. I really appreciate this.
And I love chatting. So lucky, Micky.
Always. I know. We should just have walked together and did this from one space, since we live right near each other. But yeah, that's great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Bye.